Game day is just around the corner, and I am looking forward to getting to 8-2 against the Detroit Lions. I don't just want to beat them on the football field, though. Here at Chat Sports, we have channels for all NFL teams. And our Lions channel, hosted by Micro Mike, they're in the lead right now, and subs picked up this week. And that lights a fire under me. That pisses me the hell off. I want to beat them on the field. I want to beat them in the subs department. So if you want videos every single day on the latest Giants news and rumors, you want to beat the Lions, help out the channel, go down right now and hit that big red button. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at MarshallGreen_. Everyone that follows me from this video, I'll give you a follow back. Just DM me turf, so I'll know it came from this video. In today's show, we're going to break down the latest injury report. Big news on Wan'Dale Robinson, Joshua Ezedud, and Shane Lemeiux. We'll break that down. Then we'll talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux, as Wink Martindale had some really interesting things to say. Thibodeaux only has 1 sack on the year. A lot of people were wondering, is he not playing that well? Wink Martindale, he shut that down real quick. But let's start with the news of the day. Is MetLife Stadium going to be getting a surface change at the end of the year? The latest report states that the Giants and Jets will be removing the field turf, the classic HD system. That's the type of turf they have. They call it a slim turf. A lot of complaints about the field. Supposedly, they're going to be removing that at the end of the season. The NFLPA representative for the New York Giants is Julian Love, and he has been pushing really, really hard with J.C. Tretter, the president of the NFLPA. He's been talking to him, really trying to get this turf changed. Everyone knows the turf at MetLife sucks, and it hurts a lot of players, and everyone needs to be playing on grass. This is what Julian Love had to say about the turf. He said, "The stats have shown we are on one of the worst fields in the league. The Giants and MetLife are in the process of getting things done for next year. That turf will be changed. The stats have shown that we are on one of the worst fields in the league." Part of the challenge is the two teams and all of the events that happen on that field. And so we would love grass, but if that's not feasible, then the new state-of-the-art turf that is available will have to go down instead. The Giants are on the ball on that type of thing, and I think there's now a push to make everybody the same way. About damn time. The Giants have been playing on the worst field in the NFL since 2020 when the slim turf was put on to that field. And I understand that there's some logistic things you got to overcome if you want to put grass in MetLife. You're going to get 20, maybe even more. You get 8, 9 home games a year plus the 2 preseason games. You're getting 22 home games a year between the Giants and the Jets and playoff games. It's a lot to maintain that. They do a lot of concerts there. High school teams play there. That might have to change if you get grass. Grass in all stadiums is needed. We have to get to that point where they put grass in every single stadium across the NFL. You can't tell me that you're a league that cares about player safety and you're not doing everything you can as a league to make sure the players are safe. The stats show you play on grass, you're less likely to get hurt if you play on grass compared to turf. Way less lower extremity leg injuries on grass. There's also a way less chance of non-contact injuries on turf compared to grass. The Giants, they need to change to grass, man. You want to value these players. You tell you that you do it. Put grass down in MetLife Stadium. It's about damn time. I know a lot of people, every single time a player on the Giants gets hurt, I can't even speak today. A lot of times when players get hurt at Giants Stadium, people are like, we got to change the turf. Turf this, turf that. No doubt about it. I 100% agree. So this is your time to stand up. If you want to replace the turf with grass at MetLife Stadium, I want you to go down right now and like this video. Today's Giants Now video is sponsored by Established Titles. Get hooked up with them. They're giving a holiday sale, an extra 10%, already on the 80% that they're offering. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat to get hooked up. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, one tree planted and trees for the future to support global reforestation efforts. You can officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles. It makes an amazing last-minute gift, and the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a Lord or a Lady, we can build our own little Giants Now kingdom. It makes an amazing last-minute gift, and Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you use the code CHAT, you get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat to get your gifts now and help support the channel. Get started today. Grab a plot of Scottish land next to me, establishedtitles.com/chat. That link will be in the comments and description down below. I'm a Lord. They call me Lord Marshy. Producer, Lord Coop. He's been slaying the ladies since he became a Lord. Get started today, establishedtitles.com/chat. Let's break down the latest Giants injury news because there are some notable players that might not actually play this Sunday against the Detroit Lions. And let's start with Wan'Dale Robinson. He missed practice for the second day in a row due to a hamstring injury. The reports are the hamstring tightened up on him at practice on Wednesday, did not practice on Thursday. And usually when you don't practice 2 times in a week, especially with Brian Dable, your game day status is questionable right now. It's uncertain. It's in the air, and who knows if he's going to play, and if he doesn't, you're ready to see a little bit more of Richie James. I expect Darius Slayton to remain the number 1 wide receiver on this team. I think Isaiah Hodgins at this point is the number 2 on the outside. And with Wan'Dale Robinson not in the slot anymore, expect for Richie James to be back out there. Let's not put him at kick return and punt return. I don't want to see him fumble the game away twice like he did against the Seahawks, but James has shown the ability to be effective as a wide receiver, but it's another hit to this wide receiver core. I'm hoping Wan'Dale's back because they need him. This is a team that you're playing against the Lions that gives up the most points per game in the National Football League. You need your best players out there. Wan'Dale's one of those guys, so let's do our part, Giants Now. Type those 17s in the chat for Wan'Dale Robinson. This offense is better with him out there. I want to see him out there, and I want to see him get more involved. If you want him out there, wish him a speedy recovery by typing 17, his jersey number, down in the comments. Some more injury news. Dan Duggan tweeted this out, saying Joshua Ezedud won't practice on Thursday due to a neck injury. Could open up the door for Shane Lemieux to step back in at left guard. Brian Dable made it sound very unlikely that right tackle Evan Neal will be ready for Sunday. I think Thursday against the Cowboys is when Neal is back. And says also safety Tony Jefferson won't be activated from IR this week. Jordan Renan also followed that up with the same type of stuff, saying beginning to look like there is a strong chance that Shane Lemieux, who's on IR, could be activated with that foot injury and start this Sunday versus the Lions with Joshua Ezedud dealing with that neck injury. I mean, this is what the starting offensive line looks like right now. Evan Neal's still hurt. If Ezedud can't go, Shane Lemieux might be the next guy up. And I would guess if Lemieux's not ready to go, it would be Nick Gates who slides in and starts at the left guard spot. Giants O-line seems to be getting healthy, but it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. If they can get Neal, Shane Lemieux, and Bredesen back, continue to use Nick Gates, this offensive line is going to continue to get better and better. And when you got that man on the left side blocking for Daniel Jones, Andrew Thomas, the best offensive lineman in the National Football League, over 600 snaps this year, hasn't allowed a single sack. The dude is a tank. He's the anchor to this O-line. I'm happy he's a Giant. Hoping he can get Evan Neal up to speed when he gets back and be a leader. That's the next spot I want to take. Be kind of a mentor and make other players better. Because right now, he's the best in football doing the damn thing. I'll ask you, though, to grade the Giants' O-line. Do so in the comments. Get out your red pens. Be honest. A, B, C, D, or F. Sound off down below. Dan Duggan, the best on the beat, said this. Wink Martindale. Because a lot of people have been asking me, and I see it all over Twitter, What's up with Kayvon Thibodeaux? He's only got 1 sack this year. What's going on with him? Is he playing that good? Is he a bust? Blah, blah, blah. This is what Dan Duggan said. He said Wink Martindale was raving about the dirty work that Thibodeaux has been doing despite the lack of sacks. Martindale says he talks about opening a can of whoop ass, and he calls Thibodeaux the can opener. Thibodeaux is constantly putting pressure on quarterbacks. I mean, in 7 games, he has 18 QB pressures, 3 QB hits, 8 tackles. He had that game-winning sack against the Baltimore Ravens where he strip-sacked Lamar Jackson. Kayvon Thibodeaux is the real deal, and I think when you get back a guy like Azeez Ojulari and you pair him with Thibodeaux on the outside, and you have Leonard Williams and you have Dexter Lawrence, and you continue to get better and better, once you get that 4-headed monster in the game, you can't quite shift the offensive line like they are doing to stay and block Kayvon Thibodeaux. You get Ojulari back on one side. You got Thibodeaux on one side. You got the 2 big dogs in the middle in Lawrence and Williams. I think you can make an argument that's the best front 4 in the National Football League. We need Ojulari back. We need Kayvon to keep playing well. I like to see the sack numbers come up, but I trust Wink Martindale. If he says that he's playing good, he watches the tape, I believe him. Just watch the game. Thibodeaux pops off the screen. He's always getting held. He's always right there. He's getting closer and closer. I'm still expecting a multi-sack game at some point this year from the rookie. But let's show our guy Kayvon Thibodeaux some love. Type 5 in the comment section. King K, he's going to be a giant and a good giant for a really, really long time. Type 5 to show him some love. Game day's almost here. Do the little things. You should beat the Lions. This is a trap game. They've won a couple in a row. They're coming to our place. It's going to be cold. I think I saw kickoff temperatures are expected around 37 degrees. It's going to be a tough game. Run the ball. They have the second worst run defense in the NFL. Score points. They have the worst actual defense in the NFL, and do the little things if you want to move on to be 8-2 to take on the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. You're a real one. So comment real one down below.